This is where live experiences come to life. From game day to sold out shows, where moments turn into memories and the real stories happen behind the scenes. The people, the access, and the hustle behind it all. This is Take a Savvy Seat. Welcome to Take a Savvy Seat. I'm Tommy Gucciardo, your host. This is where sports, business collide, where fans get to talk about their experiences. We talk about business, what goes on behind the scenes. We're going to have an exciting episode today. This time of the year is really, really exciting. We have a lot of stuff going on. MLB just started. We have NHL playoffs that are coming up. We have NBA playoffs, the draft. So it's like a collision of all four sports at one time right now. Definitely. And, and I have a really cool guest today. He's somebody that I know, friendly with. We did some events together. He's gone to some of my events, some of my tailgates, bought a lot of tickets from me. So he's definitely a fan, but he's also a businessman. He's also a performer. And I'd like to introduce you to Jaeo DraftPick.
You know something's going on. It's good.
Everything's good, brother.
Everything is good. Listen, it's the best time. Playoffs about to start. Basketball, like you said, the draft. Yeah. This is the best time. Baseball is back. It's a good time. Good time.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and, more about, not about your fan stuff, but what you do, as a performer, as a brand and creating a culture behind your brand.
Well, the name DraftPick, like I always tell people, comes from, my name is Jaeo DraftPick. I'm an artist from Long Island, New York. The name DraftPick comes from sports. I've always been heavy into sports. Probably wasn't the best, but, that's kind of why I took into rapping. So, I kind of took the DraftPick name, but I've always been into sports. Like, right. Baseball was my, I played baseball. Baseball, surprisingly was the sport that I was good at. Most people look at me like, baseball? Like, it's basketball or something. Like, you play football? I'm like, no, baseball. But baseball is my sport, so I always, I love sports. I wasn't academically good enough always to play in school, so I had to play on the PAL thing. So that's
gotta play somewhere, right?
Gotta play somewhere, man. But obviously music ended up being my calling, and still implemented that. You listen to songs, I always have music references and things like that. So you always try to incorporate, the music as far as what we do. The music that we have, it's good music, vibey music, along with the sports, just tying everything in there. I mean, I wish I would have had the "it is what it is" camera on thing first, but he beat me to the punch on that, because that was definitely something we were trying to do. Sports, Drugs, Entertainment was the show that we were talking about.
All right. But you have a good brand anyway, right?
We have a good brand anyway.
You have a great brand.
Absolutely.
Your clothing brand's great. You have people that follow you.
Absolutely.
You have a strong culture behind you. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, again, it all came from, clothing, because, like, I always, used to have attire on, sports attire, and it was one of the things, like, well, damn, I want my own kind of attire, my own things to rep, have other people wearing it. That's kind of how we did, with the merch, 51631, 516 Nassau, where I'm from, 631 is Suffolk, is the other area of Long Island. Put them together, you get 51631.
There you go.
Was a song I got signed for. We were able to create merch and everything off of it, and we still here moving.
Right. And you perform. You've done some halftime stuff.
Yes.
You've done some concerts
in Long
shows.
Island. We've done. Shout out to the Long Island Nets. I performed halftime there many times. And also the Brooklyn, New York Liberty. I'm sorry, in Barclays.
Everybody thinks it's great. You go perform. You think it's all fame and glory and everything. Talk about getting to doing the show. What it takes to get to a show.
Listen, even that, initially, somebody introduced me. The Long Island Nets was a little easier because, it's the G League. It wasn't as, hot paced. But, the Liberty, we have to go through a lot of stuff with the Liberty as far as sending back, the lyrics and everything. Even, making sure there was a certain number of tickets bought that we were able to perform, right, so it could see us. But it worked out good. Shout out to Yari and the whole crew there. We did a very good night. We were it's been broken since, but the night that we did perform, that was the record attendance for a WNBA game.
That's
that
great.
Game, yeah. So that was before the Liberty won the chip. They won, I guess, the chip last year. That was the season before, but super dope experience. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if you've never been to a female WNBA game, you have to go.
It's intense,
it's super
man.
intense.
Yeah,
super
it's
intense.
really intense.
And I would love to see Caitlin Clark, some of the newer people that have gotten in there, but Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart, they are amazing on the court. Amazing.
No, it's
so shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Definitely that whole league has changed.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
People
good.
actually go there now.
No, listen, they turn their first profit, in a year. I believe they're getting a raise. So, shout out to the females, man.
Right.
They coming up in the world, ladies.
No, that's great.
Now I can get me one now. They got,
there you go.
They got nice contracts now.
So, I know you're a Yankee fan.
Yes.
Right? Yankee season started. What do you think so far for the season?
I think it's good. Yesterday's game kind of threw me off with one hit. That was the first time they did that maybe since 2023. But I think, the offense, we always start good. I mean, maybe not as good as last year, scoring, 50 runs in like 3 games or something like that. But I love the way the pitching's looking.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that they have this year that they haven't had in the past.
I love the way the pitching's looking.
They definitely have solid pitching.
Yeah, listen, we getting Garrett Cole in a couple weeks, hopefully.
Yeah, and I think the bullpen's a little shaky, but they'll work that out.
I think between the starters, I mean, Schittler is the shit right now.
Right.
Schittler is the shit. So I think with Schittler, you have that. You got Gil coming back as well, and Cole coming back.
Right.
You got
and
Rodon coming back.
So you got a strong
I think they're gonna be good, man. But this is the year, man. We haven't won since 2009, and growing up as a kid, getting used to seeing them win all the time.
I know,
it's like.
tough.
Yeah, the Cowboys, I could deal with them losing. I could deal with that. But the Yankees, I'm used to the Yankees winning, so we got to get the Yankees on. We got to get them right.
We need them back to win a World Series.
Yeah, and even Judge made up, and I guess for the World Series Classic, that plunder he had because he came right out the gate. I mean, they didn't.
He's strong this year. He's coming out.
He's coming out good, man. So
yeah.
Judge, we watching you, man. You're making a lot of money, man. And shout out to Stan. Stan's playing really good too.
That guy's a real big. Like people overlook him, but if he's in the lineup, he's a killer in the lineup.
What he did last year in the playoffs, I don't think gets talked about enough. Like, because he single-handedly.
No, he's a big time player.
He single-handedly put them on his back. So last 2 years, I think he's put them on his back. But shout out to the Yankees, man.
So beside the Yankees, you watch baseball in general, or you just like a Yankee fan?
I do. I'm gonna be honest. Over the last couple of years, just with working and everything, I haven't. But with phones, you can always stay.
Yeah, you always catch up.
I was that kid that could name every starting lineup, but not anymore. I'm not.
This year actually started off. Usually you see like one team 8-1. This year everybody's kind of like
it's a level playing field.
It's a little bit of level playing field. The Brewers, the Pirates, teams that have been Pirates have been crappy the last couple of years.
But no, Brewers are good.
Like
Brewers came out good. Even the Marlins. I mean, the Marlins didn't look bad.
Strong,
yeah, man. The Giants. A couple of teams.
So hopefully it'll be a nice year this year to see some competitive baseball the whole year long.
Anybody but the Dodgers.
Yeah. They put together. I mean, the Yankees did that, but I think they took it to the next level.
Another level. The Yankees 100%. Never did that. The Yankees never did that. You guys are signing guys you don't even need, giving them contracts that the stats just don't tally up for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the actual player's name that they signed. I feel like maybe it was a second baseman or a shortstop that they gave him the money. When you look at his comparison to the average person, it's like, why would y'all give him this much money?
Right. But they overpay, they figure out how to work the system. But you never know with CBA next year. We might not even have baseball next year.
Listen,
but we'll see.
Otani's he's box office though.
Yeah.
Otani's good.
Well, listen, he's a guy that could pitch, hit, field, run. I
haven't seen anything like that. When you think about even Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, some of these players that came in there, even my man from St. Louis, Albert Pujols. Right. Even when you haven't seen what Otani's doing.
No, he's definitely somebody that's he's a class by himself.
He's ill. I mean, I don't know about the betting thing. I don't know what's going on with him and his interpreter.
You never know with that stuff. But,
but he's pretty good, man. Otani's pretty good. The Yankees, we should have got him. Yeah. I don't know. They should have got him. I don't know how they let the Dodgers get him.
Do you like going to April or May baseball?
No, and that's another thing.
I'm the same way, man. I love baseball.
I started to hit you because I'm like, all right, Marlins, I want to see that game. And you know what? It was actually a good day.
Right.
It was a good day, that game. But I remember one time going to Citi Field. I took the tickets. They were free. But I didn't even think about it. I'm like, it's May. I mean, it's March, April. It must have been 30 degrees in that game.
It's crazy,
I
man.
remember buying, a blanket. One of those blankets wrapped up in the bag. And I'm not even a Mets fan. It was just, me taking the tickets. But when I realized, I don't start going to baseball games until at least June. April and May baseball's
tough, man.
It's at least June.
It really is tough. But I got to tell you something, if you want the experience, the good stuff, the legends.
For sure.
The Clovers at Citi Field.
For sure.
This is the best time to be buying tickets.
Best time.
Because you're never going to see that. Once it gets warm, and
legends, forget about it.
No, you can't even touch them. You can get a legend for $200 right now.
Really?
Yeah, during the season. You know, like if they're playing Boston.
You know what? I'm going to hit you after this is over. Now we got to see what's going on.
But it's worth it. It's like a night out for dinner. You can go inside and everything.
Of course.
Yeah, but I always tell clients, like, you know, this is the time of the year. If, like, you are on a budget, this is the time of the year to go look at a baseball game,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. $200, I would definitely spend $200 for that. Yeah. And I'll go by myself.
Right? You don't go with nobody.
With no problem.
Right.
With no problem.
So I know you're a football guy. You're a Dallas guy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What do you think about the NFL this year, the draft coming up?
The draft is huge.
I know, but I don't feel like it's one of those drafts that are exciting this year.
No, but I think the teams around it, the little pieces. I mean, the draft is not. It's not an overpacked draft. I mean, you got. Pretty much all of Ohio State is on. The whole Ohio State team, I think, is projected in the first top 20. Right. 5 to 6 players, and that'll be the first time ever for that. But you got Love, you got the running back Mendoza. I'm not crazy over, but I think
he's a good, solid player, man.
But to your point, it's not a quarterback heavy draft.
No. And everybody always looks for the quarterback. Right?
As to why it's not revered as that. But I think they'll be good.
But there's a lot of interesting teams. They got a lot of good picks.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, for the Cowboys, we got 2 picks, so we're doing good. Jets got a lot of
ton of picks.
Miami.
Miami.
I'm
a Miami guy, so listen. I'm like a little like on the fence right now, right? They did what, and if you follow the blueprint that, team like Denver did, right? They got rid of the overpriced quarterback, and they took a little bit of hit.
Took them some
but
time.
They got draft capital in. They started drafting the right people. They started releasing the right people. That's what the Dolphins are trying to do, and I think that might be the blueprint going forward because there's a lot of money, man, spent on some of these guys.
Willis, I'm just one of those type of guys. Anytime you see one of those guys, a black quarterback, get his chance to go,
and he's got the skills, man.
He's got the skill set. I don't know. I'm on the fence though because when he was in Tennessee wasn't a good team. Then you go to Green Bay, you sit behind Love, you're in that winning culture, and now he's in Miami. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do in Miami. I'm definitely rooting for him, though. Rooting for him.
But you know what? It's interesting. Like, you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, right? Like,
fortunately or unfortunately,
right?
Whatever
I'm a
way you
Dolphin fan, right? And I always get like intrigued, like, we're New Yorkers, right? So you think we'd be Jets, and like, what made you a Dallas fan?
I think it's just that era I grew up in. Similar to we were talking before, and Deion Sanders is probably why I started to like the Cowboys. And I hated the 49ers. So he was that good to make me hate the 49ers when he was on the 49ers. But then when he got to Dallas, like, oh my God. But I grew up in that time, where Dallas was, that was America's team.
Right, exactly.
And it's always funny because people do say that now. It's like, you're a Cowboys fan, like what? Like what possessed you to be a Cowboys fan? I'm like, what?
Because we're in New York. You're Giants. You think you would be a Giant fan?
Oh
right?
man, listen. I don't even tell certain people that. Depending on what we're meeting for, if it's somebody like a deal or something we're discussing, we don't even get into that. I don't get into that till after.
But it's crazy, like the culture behind sports, right? Like people don't realize the culture behind like being a baseball fan.
No, for
of
sure.
Your team, being
a
fan of football, being like for me, like I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm a New Yorker, right? So you think I'm a Jet fan, right? I'm a Dolphin fan because of my grandmother.
Really?
Like, I don't think she knows anything about sports, right? But she's Italian, right? And she knew Danny Marino.
Yeah.
She called him Danny, not Dan Marino. Danny. She called him Danny Marino like it was her son. You know?
That's funny.
She knew him out of Pittsburgh. And at that time, I was like more of a baseball guy. I never really was a football guy. And I always remember the name Danny Marino. And then he got drafted, right? Like, I followed him in Pittsburgh. He got drafted. I said, and she's like, I love him, so I became a Dolphin fan.
That's my father's actually favorite player in team, the Dolphins.
But like every year I say, this fucking team, I can't stand them.
Yeah, listen.
But then I think about my grandmother, and I'm like, I gotta be a fan still,
Other than being a Jets fan or a Cowboys fan, probably, a Browns fan and a Dolphins fan, they're all on that same list. So it's like, I didn't think. I have a friend as well. He's a Dolphins fan, and I didn't realize. I'm like, you know what? The Dolphins actually suck more than the Cowboys. So now I got a team that I can actually, pick fun of. But I think they'll get it together. They had some good flashes. Feely, they had some good years.
God up in heaven.
They had some good years, but
and it's funny, my uncle, who that's my grandmother's son, he's a Bills fan.
Oh yeah.
So now
they got it bad. they got it bad.
In the 90s, I would have to go to. And everything was in Miami at the time, right? Like, we would go to the stadium. it would be me and maybe one friend, and he would come with like his whole family, like his in-laws were all freaking Bills fans.
Yeah, no, that can't be good.
And I'd be the only one there in a group of 20, and they would torture me.
Yeah, that's how
they
it usually
would torture
goes
me.
for me and Giants fans. But,
4 AFC championships in a row, and it was like, oh God, I can't do this anymore.
Listen, like I said, like, you know, for the Cowboys not to have won in a long time, there's a lot more worse. You know, the Browns, the Bills is definitely another one. And even now, they still can't get over the hump, it seems, you know, with Josh Allen. But I think the Dolphins will be better. I don't anticipate them. I don't anticipate them making the playoffs, but
no, if they make the playoffs next year, I'm gonna be honest.
I think New England's gonna do worse.
I think that was a flash in the pan.
Yeah, Buffalo will be right there, and then it'll be between, you know, Miami and New York, or whoever kind of, you know, maybe sneaks in. They had a good defense though. The defense was good.
Defense. Jets have a tough road, man. I don't know if Aaron Glenn's their guy. You know, I mean, I know he's a Jet.
Yeah,
he grew up a Jet, but I just don't see him. Like some guys are good defensive and offensive coordinators, and they should stay there.
I know he was just, you know, you have to say that, but for him to say Geno Smith was our savior, that's when I knew he was full of it. Like, yeah, but he got a tough break too, because I think even after the whole Aaron Rodgers debacle, then, you know, what was the other coach? 49ers, the one that came from the 49ers, Saleh.
Oh, Rob Saleh.
I think after all of that, even with everything going on, you know, he kind of got put into a bad spot. It's like, yeah, you know, this is my team. I'm back. First year was terrible.
Yeah, but he made some questionable decisions. He was a little weird on the sideline. Yeah. But listen, you never know. Hopefully, he's got a lot of draft capital.
They got a lot.
He's got a lot of stuff going on the right direction. You never know. Maybe they take off this year.
I think they need to just improve that line and that defense.
So. I mean, you know, I hate them as a team, but I do their tailgates. You need them to be good. So I need them to be
Not for sure.
You know, I've watched Jet fans over the years, right? Like, they don't have to be. They don't have to go to the playoffs. They just have to be somewhat.
That's it. Somewhat good. Somewhat decent.
And they come out. Those fans come out for the games. It's
Absolutely.
Great. You know, they're diehard. They just want to have a little bit of fun.
Listen, one of my best boys. We actually went to the game. I brought him to the game last year, Jets and Cowboys, and he says it all the time. He's like, you know what? I don't even care if they win, but it's just like, as long as they don't get smoked, I'm happy.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So the game, they could lose every game, but as long as they're in it, like, you know, I'm there. But he's like, yeah, man, I can't. It's stressful being a Jets fan.
No, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough being a fan of any sport, man. You know, you live and die by it. Like, if you're a real fan and you're involved and you're like, love the team, like, my Sundays would get ruined by like 2 o'clock.
Forget about it, man. I mean, me, you, and Amber.
I'd be like, oh yeah, Amber's she's a Saints fan. I don't know how she became a Saints fan, but you know.
But it's one of those things where people get on me all the time. It's like, oh, you're a Yankees fan, a Cowboys fan, you like the Lakers, you're a front runner. I'm like, how am I a front runner?
These are teams you like, you know?
All of these teams haven't been good in a very long time.
They were good for a while, right? But now you're still rocking with them.
But I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I like the winners. Who likes the losers, baby?
Right. We want to win, man.
That's it.
Like, you know, when you're spending money on tickets, when you're spending money on clothing, when you're spending, like, you don't want to be like...
Listen...
Think about a team like the Browns. How many years were they bad? Like, and you're buying a jersey to represent... Like,
terrible.
That's tough.
I had a Tim Couch jersey. I don't know why I thought Tim Couch was gonna be like the savior. Right. But I had a Tim Couch jersey. That might have been the first and only and last. No, I want to get a Shador jersey though. Right. I want to get a Shador jersey. I think even what he's doing for that city, they may not be good, but he's bringing excitement. He's putting fans in the seats. Very similar to Bronny James. They say he doesn't belong there, but listen,
they bring people to the game.
If people are buying his jersey,
and that's the problem now. And it's a business now, right?
It's strict. You said it. You said it best. It's a business.
It's a business.
And I think people don't understand that when it's about business. It's not about necessarily who's good. And I know that's not good for the game, as you say. But if they're gonna bring fans in the stands and people are gonna buy their jerseys,
they have to do something, right? I just saw something, and I might be wrong. It was a Dodger. It was this guy. He was a 50-year season ticket holder, right? Oh, wow. He owned a business. The guy's like 80-something years old.
Oh, wow.
And he likes print. He's used to hard tickets, right? He has a flip phone. They showed him in the interview with a flip phone.
Yeah, I know those kind of guys.
Right? He doesn't have a smartphone, you know?
That's crazy.
And they told him this year he can't have hard tickets printed anymore.
Really?
So the guy went down to Dodger Stadium, and he went and bought tickets, and they gave him hard tickets.
Oh, wow.
So now this guy's been a season ticket holder for 50 years, right?
He's watched a lot of bad Dodgers.
Right, he watched bad Dodgers, but he's consistent. He's still there paying, right? And they wouldn't give him seasons, but he can go to the box office. That's what the problem is, right? That's the business side of it, that you forget the people who brought you to that level.
Well, they're saying, oh, no, paper, everything is easier, electronics, but like you said.
Guys just wanted to pay for a season tickets and have hard tickets.
But, you know, to your point, we could go back with the Jets. What was the guy that used to always be in the stands with the fireman hat?
Oh, yeah, Fireman Ed, yeah.
Fireman Ed, like, I'm sure he didn't buy any tickets. How long ago was that already? Maybe four years already?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, you guys suck. I'm not watching you guys anymore. But that's the reality of it.
I know it's tough.
You're spending your hard-earned money. Only thing I would say about that is, like, I don't like the over heckling. Right. Because I guess people feel like, I'm spending money in here. I'm able to, tell LeBron James I want him to die, or tell Russell Westbrook, I think that's where
I don't like that stuff. Like, for me,
I don't like it either. It's like people say, oh, they whiners, you should just play, but it's like why do you have to deal with that? Right. Just because you spent money, you got front row seats, you're gonna
doesn't mean you could
death threats and stuff like that. That's
and even like
whack.
with other fans, like you go there, all right, so big deal, they lost, right? Like, don't pick on the guy that's wearing, like, you're a Dallas guy, right? Like, a Giant fan has a giant jersey on in Dallas. Don't pick on the guy. He's there just supporting his team.
I've been through a lot of heckling, man. But usually when I go to a Giants game, Cowboys are winning, so I don't really have that.
So you don't care?
Listen, I remember the last time
but that's the bad part about the sport. Like, just like,
listen, it gets dangerous too, man. Listen,
you got a lot of drinking going on. You got people doing,
I'll say this now, and I don't care who says I'm a punk. I wouldn't go to an Eagles game with a Cowboys jersey. I don't think I'd do that.
That's tough. I
didn't see it go down.
That's a tough place to go. Yeah. If you're not a fan of that team.
Yeah, it's tough. I had a boy, I don't know if it was playoffs, but did the Eagles play the 49ers in the playoffs? No.
Yeah.
They did this past year. Yeah. Matter of fact, it was this past year. Bro, my guy had I think I might even still have it on my phone. He was with a bunch of people. He's a 49ers fan. With a bunch of people. Some guy, one of his Niners fans, laid out. One of the guys he came with got laid out in that game. So, Eagles fans, y'all beat up Santa Claus, man. So I know you guys have beat up anybody.
They're tough, man. That's a tough place.
They're just throwing snowballs at Santa Claus.
That's a tough place to play, and that's a tough place to be an opposing fan.
Tough.
So we talk a little football, baseball. I'm not a big hockey guy, but I got to tell you something. The one thing, like, I know hockey season is coming to an end.
Yeah, hockey's playoffs as well.
Hockey playoffs is one of the most intense sports. You just hear, like, especially like when they get down to the end of the game and it's a close game.
No, for sure.
You hear the roar of the it's like insane, bro.
I'll say this. I've only been to one hockey game at UBS. They just opened UBS maybe 2-3 years ago. It was an Islanders game. I'm an Islanders fan just by choice, even though they haven't won since, 83? I don't think I wasn't even born when last time they won. But the only sports team to win 4 championships in a row. Only sports team. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey. Only the New York Islanders. So shout out to the Islanders.
All right, there you go.
Shout out to the Islanders for that. But no, seeing it in person though, seeing a game. Have you been to a game?
Yes.
Seeing a game in person,
it's intense.
TV, I don't really care for. But to your point, playoffs. But
even on TV, if you listen on TV on the playoffs, you just hear,
playoffs is intense.
You know there's the intensity.
Playoffs are intense. But seeing the game, I would definitely go back again.
Yeah.
I would definitely go back
again. It's definitely a fun. And those guys are in great shape, man.
No, definitely.
Skating up and down.
Listen, they are probably the toughest athletes. They're probably tougher than football, even though football players deal with a lot more, but football players are playing once a week. These guys are playing.
They're playing, multiple times a week.
Yeah, back-to-backs and everything. So shout out to the hockey players. Shout out to the Islanders, because the Islanders are really good right now. I think they're in, like, second place.
No, you ain't watching the Islanders.
I swear to you, man. I'm a Long Island guy. Listen,
all right. We don't talk about that.
We don't have much in Long Island to be proud of. So it's like
the Islanders are what you're proud of.
I mean, as of right now, they got the rookie right now. The rookie's killing it. Rookie of the year. So shout out to the Islanders. We rooting for y'all.
All right, there we go. Now we got basketball. So that's going to be – I'm interested in basketball right now because the Knicks had a great year. I thought they had a really good year. They had a little ups and downs, right? They had a couple of little rough patches.
Yeah.
But
they're just getting out of them now.
They're tough, man. They got a tough road ahead of them.
Listen, I think this year, the East, this might be one of the first years where the East actually looks tougher than the West. I think the Western Conference, you might have a lot of pretenders.
They have good players there.
They have good players in there, but it's like Houston. Do you really look at Houston as a contender to win a chip?
I think OKC is stacked. They're stacked, that team.
I don't get it, though. I'm going to be honest.
They play together. They're playing together. They got the right pieces and the right.
They're having fun. It looks like fun when they're playing. It looks like fun. But I like obviously Lakers, but San Antonio, they're going to be something special.
Yeah, they have a good team.
They're going to be something special.
Wemby's a great ball player, man.
Wemby, I was trying, when I went down there for my birthday, I was trying to go see them, but they weren't, they were out. It's actually, they were in LA. That would have been the perfect birthday present. But yeah, I want to see Wembanyama because he's just looking at it on TV, he looked huge.
Yeah,
on
right.
TV.
Imagine what he looks like in person.
This is nuts. But a guy that could do that much, he's dribbling, bringing the ball up, crossing people over, pulling threes, that's gonna be a problem.
I'm an old school guy, man. I don't understand this load management stuff. Guys like Patrick Ewing, they played. If their arm was falling off, they played, right?
They
Barclays,
played no matter what.
Oakley, these guys played.
Sprained ankles, you're playing on everything.
And they were playing. Listen, I know these guys are great athletes, but back then they were banging. They were beating each other up.
Yeah.
Remember Detroit Pistons? They would just maul you to death.
And they weren't making $60 million a year either. So
definitely not.
I think that goes back to our first initial thing to open this segment up. It's a business.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, you know what?
The teams don't want him to play.
Yeah.
You saw that whole thing with Giannis, right?
Yeah. No, they don't want him to play.
And then he wants to play, and he says he wants to play. They say he doesn't. They don't want him to play.
But I think as a paying customer, I don't want to hear about no load management. If I saved up all my money to get these Knicks tickets, listen, Knicks you're sitting in the bleachers for $400.
Yeah.
So if I save up all my money, I want to spend $1,200 to go see, the Lakers and the Knicks come when LeBron comes in there, and
he's not playing.
They're not playing. What's up with that?
I would lose my mind.
And it happens all the time. You got to think about the guy who has the season tickets, who's probably selling it. All right, let me make my change off of it. You're selling it to somebody, and it's like, wait a minute, this guy's not even playing. Steph Curry's not even playing.
No, I know that's tough. That's tough. But this year's going to be interesting. Detroit looks good.
They got
Cade Cunningham just came back. He's an awesome ball player.
And you know what? I'm glad he did good because they gave him so much crap because he was like a number one pick. Right. And, it's like, I don't think he needs to be the number one. But it just goes to show you some people actually need the time to develop.
But, it's definitely going to be fun. The Knicks, if they win the first round, they got to run up to Boston. But they've handled Boston.
I think they'll be all right.
I think this is a good Knicks team. I really like this team. I think they play good together. I think they're going to show up in prime time.
It's just about Cat, man. I think Brunson's going to play there. Brunson's big body. Brunson's going. He's going to put in his work. OG is going to be good, but it's like, what version of Karl Anthony Towns are we going to get?
If you get that All-Star version, they can't. Nobody can stop.
Yeah,
them.
if he's putting
They'll
up,
get through the East.
If he's putting up 20 and 10, nobody's.
There's no way they're going to stop.
But
them.
he can't be scoring 8 points in the game.
No. He has to be a part of that team. Him and Brunson have to be the guys that are scoring, that are doing the.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't need Hart to be the leading scorer either.
Yeah, but you know what? But yes, on certain, I think he's okay as the leading scorer if Brunson and they're having Cat are doing their stuff.
Listen, he's a bruiser. He's gonna go do what nobody else wants to do.
The difference between the last few years and this year is they play everyone. In the past with Thibodeau, which he's a great coach. But
they had a rotation of 7 people.
No, but you could tell going deep in the playoffs wasn't helping them. They were hurting. Hopefully this year, it's a different story.
And Bridges, man, I'm gonna sound like Stephen A. Smith. They gave up a lot for you, Bridges, man. So you gotta come through, man. You gotta come through. I know you're the Iron Man. You play all of these games, but Bridges, I think he's the X factor.
No, definitely. He's got to, if he's hitting the 3-pointers, playing defense, letting the other guys do what they have to do.
No, but they got a good squad. They got the toughness. They got a little tougher with Alvarado. I mean,
yeah. I like him, man.
No, Alvarado's definitely.
He's a beast, man.
He's a Brooklyn. Is he from Brooklyn? I think.
Yeah, I think he's from Brooklyn. Yeah.
So for people like that, they, it's their calling. They feel like to play in New York. So when they're there, they gotta fully represent. You're gonna turn into a full New Yorker now.
So you're a Lakers fan, right? What do you think is gonna happen this year?
I'm gonna be honest.
Because now Luka's hurt too.
Luka and AR are hurt.
Right.
I think, listen, if they're healthy, it wasn't a good showing against OKC just a couple weeks ago. But listen, man, when they're cooking, when you have LeBron James as your third option,
no, that could be scary.
I don't know how you can combat that. It's just a matter of defense. One of my boys gives me flack all the time. He's like, "Oh, Luka's trash. Luka don't play no defense." I think Luka has attempted, to play a little bit more defense, but I think they're gonna go as good as their defense takes them. You know they can score offense. And DeAndre Ayton, he's another one. Another guy. Listen, if I was 6'7", I'd be in the NBA. So I don't understand how these guys be 7 foot tall and it's like they have just no hand-eye coordination skills.
Yeah, I know,
dude
crazy.
Can't catch the ball. You don't have a post game, but he's quick to be on Instagram with a little model on his day off. So it's shit like that would it would really piss me off as a player because it pisses me off as a fan. So.
Right.
The Lakers, I love JJ Redick. I love what he's doing. I was a Duke guy as well, so I love JJ Redick being there. And I think if they play defense and Luka and AR come back healthy, they have a shot. But against OKC in San Antonio, I don't know. East, I think they'll beat anybody in the East 7 games. But OKC in San Antonio. That's going to be a tough one. And Denver's looking good, too, though. Denver's looking good as well.
So
Denver's
you never
looking
know.
good.
Even in the East, Cleveland's even looking good right now.
Cleveland's looking good. You got Detroit, like you said. Celtics, Knicks.
And Orlando's a good team, too.
Orlando, no. I
they
feel
got
like
a lot of young guys, man.
Charlotte's playing good right now.
Yeah, so you never know. This year could be a nice little...
Listen, if Charlotte could... who's in the 1 seed? Is Detroit still in the 1 seed? Okay, because I know Charlotte was trying to sneak in. But I would love to see Charlotte and the Celtics in that first round. That would be pretty cool. I would like to see that because it's I think running gun teams.
I think the way it's panning out, I think they're playing.
They're
playing the Magic.
They're in the play.
No, I think right now, if it stops today, I think
Boston would be
playing the Magic.
And then all right, so Pistons
and I think
will
the
be
Knicks
playing.
play Atlanta.
And listen, man, I don't like that matchup either.
No, I know.
I don't like that matchup either for Atlanta.
That's the one thing, though. You got to go to a Knicks home playoff game. That's insane.
That I would love to be at.
That is insane.
The way they be carrying on in front of the MSG after.
That's crazy.
Like it's very
that's crazy.
It's very New Yorkish. There's a lot of disrespect out there. It's a lot of disrespect. But shout out to the Knicks, man.
Yeah.
We rooting for you, man. Even though I'm an LA fan, I'm always rooting for the Knicks.
No, definitely. 100%. But so I mean, it's a good time to be in sports right now. It's a good time to be following this stuff.
Definitely.
One more thing before we wrap up. You into college basketball?
College, I am. Listen, I haven't gotten over that Duke loss, man. Haven't gotten over it. Boozer, your dad should have taught you what to do at the last minute like that. But I don't know, man. College, I like college now.
Yeah, this was definitely
this was a good Final Four.
Fun.
I think again, anytime it was like that, you had for us to have Hofstra in there, Long Island. I'm always on Long Island time, so to have Hofstra in there, even though that's in Brooklyn, but Long Island University was in there, and then you had St. John's. So I think it was dope, man. I think the more and more New York we could get in these things, listen, we're the mecca of everything, man. So we need to be in all these conversations.
No, 100%.
College basketball is good. I think just the portal thing is kind of messing it up. I want to see these kids get their money, but when everything, back to what you said as well, when everything becomes a business, I think you lose a little bit of the product when you're too focused on the business aspect of everything.
Right.
I think you lose a little bit of the actual product that makes people fall in love with it.
Right.
I think they got to get back to that, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed. I'm a St. John's guy. I went to St. John's. They played. This was a great.
I didn't know you went to St. John's.
Yeah, I'm a St. John's guy. Yeah.
Lance is a St. John's guy too.
St. John's, love St. John's. I think they got screwed with the draw this year. They shouldn't have been a 5 seed.
Yeah, I think they should.
Definitely should have been where Connecticut was.
They should have been higher.
And I knew that was going to hurt them because they had to play Duke and
Listen,
but
Duke,
whatever it is.
They almost beat Duke. And I felt like if they would have beat Duke, they would have went on a run. I would have felt like with that adrenaline, that much, cachet, they would have been good. But it's always next year, man. Patino.
Yeah, he's the Godfather.
Long Island guy, so you know what I'm saying?
To some of his speeches or some of it, you got to go listen to some of his stuff.
I have not.
He's definitely He's definitely
I
very
gotta check him out. Listen, he's a Long Island guy, so I know he knows what he's talking about. He's a Long Island guy.
So now we have all this sports going on. We have all this stuff happening right now. This is a great time to buy tickets, right?
Yes, Savvy
Who do you
Seats.
go to buy tickets from?
Savvy Seats, the only place we go to. Not Ticketmaster, Savvy Seats.
No, that's right. And what we do differently is like we give the VIP experience. Like we always try to hold hands. We always try to bring people through.
Anytime I've gotten tickets myself or I referred somebody, they always say the best. Like whether you get them the right seat, even when we went, we had the Jets game, you put us right in center on the Cowboys bench side. So it's like the little things that I wouldn't even been worried about. I'd have probably been on the Jet side with my Cowboys jersey getting cursed out. So you did the right thing. So
yeah, we try
seats,
to be able to understand the person that's calling us or the person that we're dealing with, right? Like I know you're a Dallas fan, so I want you to be.
No, for sure.
I know it's tough sometimes, because you're in enemy territory, so it's hard to be on a Dallas side.
I love it sometimes.
We try to put it in the people in the right position, in the right place to have that experience, to have that VIP experience.
No, for sure, man.
And like even beforehand, like we can get them to like if you need to get to the event, we have drivers that get you to the event.
Absolutely.
We do hospitality before the event. So we do other stuff besides just being a ticket broker.
Well, I'll definitely be out there for the tailgate this year.
All right, there you go.
I know the Jets aren't on the schedule, but Giants definitely are.
All
so
right, there we go.
even now, I brought some dudes to the tailgate that year. We went to that Giants game.
Yeah, you were there, right?
But it's even that because
Maybe
I know.
We'll get you to perform at one.
Listen,
what do you think about that?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Listen, that'll be right around the time we're trying to drop the project. So I would love that. I would love that.
You see?
I'll be there with a Giants jersey on too.
No, come on, you can't do that.
Well, if they're facing the Cowboys, no. But
in general, you wear a Giants jersey.
I'll wear a Giants jersey.
I don't know about that.
Maybe like an Eli or like Lawrence Taylor or something like that.
Yeah, like an old school one.
Yeah, it couldn't be nobody.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
Even though, listen, I like Jackson Dart. I like Scatterboo and Neighbors. I think they have something over there.
They do have something over there.
And Harbaugh, I like Harbaugh.
a beast, man.
But it's the Giants, man. So it's like, what are we talking about? It's the Giants.
As long as they put a winning product on the field. They even the Jets. They put somewhat of a winning product.
They're another team.
I'm happy.
They're another team. As long as they're winning, they'll be in it. But listen, before we close out, Giants, they were in a lot of games last year.
No,
so
they were.
With that same team, new coach, new mindset, I think they're gonna do good. Listen, as long as the Eagles don't win, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I would take the Giants winning over the Eagles any day. Even though when I got to deal with the Giants people is enough, but Eagles fans, they're annoying.
All right.
Eagles fans are annoying.
All right. So no Eagles.
No, we're not flying high. We're not flying high.
All right. Well, thanks for showing up today.
Yes,
thanks
sir.
For coming out
here.
Great conversation.
Yes, we got.
Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram, all the social platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Jaeo DraftPick, Jaeo DraftPick. A new single is gonna be dropping any day now. It's called Get a Job, because that's what people need to do is get a job. And yeah, man, Nice Trial Run Guys still out on all streaming platforms. Make sure y'all go check that out, man. Follow me back. I'm following everybody back.
All right, good. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you, man.
And hopefully you got something out of this today. And if you want to follow us, we're Savvy Seats VIP on all platforms.
You know.
And I'll see you next week.
That's right.